Today we're diving into something that could change your life. Yes, I'm talking about building a startup from scratch using Deepseek R1. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever wished you could just ask an AI to do all the heavy lifting for your startup? Well, today I did just that and the results will shock you. Before starting, let me answer these questions. Why Deepseek AI? What makes Deepseek better than ChatGPT or other similar models? The answer is simple. Deepseek outperforms most available AIs across various benchmarks, from English to coding. Take a look at this. These are the benchmarks, and the first column shows the score of Deepseek R1. We can see that it outperforms other models in many areas, particularly in code. For an aspiring techie looking to build a startup, this could be a major advantage. Additionally, Deepseek offers live data integration for social trends, APIs, and more. Let's say I want to build a social media management app. I'm heading to Deepseek R1, switch the model to Deepseek R1, and I'm going to say, act as an expert programmer, an entrepreneur. I want to develop a social media management app. Brainstorm this idea and give me the list of features I need to add. Okay, the prompt looks good. Let's see what it gives. At this moment, what Deepseek doing is basically like brainstorming the prompt and preparing itself for giving a reply. Normally, you don't have to go through this, but if you want to know how well Deepseek understands your prompt, then I recommend reading this. By doing so, you can assess the precision of your prompt and improve it further if needed. And boom, this is the output we needed. At first, it lists out the core features that our app must contain, like multi-platform integration, role-based access, and profile switching. I want to show this especially. Look here, it is listing all the differentiators to make our product unique. I advise you to go through all this when you follow this process for your startup. As the next step, we are going to ask 3 features that is not in any existing social media management app. So let's say, add 3 non-existing features that makes my startup unique from the rest of the social media management applications. It says thinking. This is one of the advantages of Deepseek AI. We can see how it works. Boom. It has really given 3 unique features to add to our app. The first one is AI-powered Dynamic Persona Builder. And below in the What It Does section, it explains the role of this feature, like, the AI analyzes comments, DMs, and trends to automatically adjust the brand's tone. And the best part is, Deepseek also provided us with this subheading uniqueness. Under uniqueness, it shares what makes our product stand apart from the crowd. And it is saying that our competitors offer static brand guidelines, but our app auto-optimizes the brand voice without manual input. Within a minute, we have found 3 unique features to add to our product. And Deepseek also says that these features are not available in our competitors' products. Before creating the workflow, I want to inform you guys that I am planning to make a video comparing the ChatGPT and Deepseek, with the same prompts to test which is the best to build a startup or SaaS. If you want me to make this video, comment yes in the comment box. Now, let's get back to Deepseek and ask it to generate a workflow for this social media management tool. So, basically, I'll say, I like all 3 features. Now give me a complete workflow for this social media management tool, including the 3 features you have given previously. Then I'll hit enter and wait for the response. What I expected was a visualization of the workflow, but instead, it generated long paragraphs. I typically dislike reading such passages because, in my opinion, a diagram or chart is much easier to understand than a written explanation. I remember asking the same question to Claude AI, but the outcome was entirely different. It provided a visual representation of the workflow in a flowchart-like diagram, which made it quite easy to understand and interpret. Okay guys, we have completed ideation for this social media management tool and added 3 unique features, and successfully generated workflow for this tool. Let's get into the last part, that is developing the MVP for this startup idea. To generate MVP, that is, minimum viable product for our startup, I'm going to say, act as an expert programmer and entrepreneur. Develop an MVP for this social media management tool, use only these programming languages, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, React.js. And hit enter. We have our result now. Let's go through it. First, Deepseek has tabulated the MVP tech stack, listing the layers on one side and the tools on the other. For the front end, it have used React, TypeScript, Material UI, and Axios. For the backend, Node.js, Express, TypeScript, and Redis. AI services, mock AI endpoints. As usual, it uses JWT for authentication, and for the APIs, Facebook Graph API and Instagram Basic Display API are used. This is the file structure. And on the top right edge, there exists an option to copy this structure. Just click on this copy button to copy the content. The major folder or root folder is named as SRC. Then we have subfolders like components, dashboard, and other folders. Next comes the dynamic persona builder workflow. Just like before, you can copy this using the copy button at the top right corner. The path of every file is given near the title, which comes handy while developing. Deepseek used TypeScript to develop this. It included features like Crisis Shield implementation, backend crisis check, and collaborative campaigns. Styling is done using CSS and Material UI, and the backend schema developed using PostgreSQL. Next up, we have deployment plan, under which the platforms that allow us to deploy our website is discussed. At last, we have MVP priorities. If you're interested, you can implement this code and check the output. If it satisfies you, feel free to leave a comment below. I hope this video is helpful. Consider liking and subscribing.